What's up, my men and Rebo Warriors? My name is David, and this is Franchise Revival. Welcome back to episode 4 of the Giants Rebuild, a rebuild with a purpose. Not only is the purpose to win championships, create a dynasty, but it's also to find and build the next Saquon Barkley, the next running back that can break 2,000 yards rushing in Madden 25. Can we do it? Well, we're going to find out in one of these episodes. If you remember the last episode, we lost in the playoffs. But we found what we believe is the next Saquon Barkley for us, and it's furthering his career. That's the next step. So let's get into it. Looking at the Pro Bowl, nothing on offense for us. Of course, why would we? I mean, not even an offensive lineman. We hope to change that going forward. But we did get Tyler Williams made left end number 2. And then Brian Burns made outside right linebacker number 2. Drew Phillips made cornerback number 2, and Tyler Nubin. So some decent guys on defense. Yeah, defense is our strong point right now, but we need to bring up this offense. So disappointing. Wish we could have had more guys in the Pro Bowl if we're not going to make the Super Bowl, but it is what it is. We got more work to do. And that brings us to the yearly awards. Josh Allen, MVP. No surprise with that one. Nick Sirianni, Coach of the Year. Yeah, we have a tough division, that's for sure. Just because of one team alone, let alone the Cowboys and their pretty solid, if not really great, playbook options. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Puka in the slot. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. Offensive Rookie, thank you, Rashard Carter. Could that take him up to an X Factor? We'll have to see. If anything, it keeps him at a superstar. So at least we got the rookie. And I did see player upgrade, so I'm guessing that's him. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Patrick Glenn. Best QB is Jalen Hurts. Best running back is Kenneth Walker. That's a pretty good playbook. Best wide receiver. Best wide receiver is Puka. Best O lineman, Jordan Mailata. Oh, he beats out Luke Godke. Yeah, almost. Kalijah Cansey is the best D-line. Best linebacker is Micah Parsons over Versi, Greenyard, and Burns. Best defensive back, Xavier McKinney. Best kicker, Dicker the Kicker. Let's go. Love getting the best kicker. Does that give him a development upgrade? I'd like to find out. So let's see what our upgrades are here. And see if we can find out if we got an X Factor running back. So he did get 2 upgrade points. Come on, baby. There you go, 2 upgrades. And then he's still just a superstar, but hopefully he keeps it. Looking pretty good, up to an 89 overall with the morale boost and the coaching. As far as abilities, we don't know what we need yet, so we'll figure this one out. That's our next goal. Going into next season, just want to point out here, Rashard Carter is a superstar, and he's an 89 overall, above Jose Spruce. Other people to point out here, Drew Phillips is now a superstar, and then Tyler Nubin is a superstar, and Dicker the Kicker is a star. I'm not sure if he was a star before, but he is now a star development. Well, after 19 years, Matthew Stafford has retired, and that is our only retirement for this season. All right, looking at the 2027 recap. Repeat Super Bowl winner here. The Buffalo Bills destroy the Green Bay Packers 41-24. Josh Allen, another Super Bowl MVP. Back-to-back championships, back-to-back Super Bowl MVPs for Josh Allen, and back-to-back MVPs of the league for Josh Allen. So there you go. The Bills are just so good. Their playbooks are just so good. I mean, Josh Allen is a freak, and he's in a great playbook. both offensively, and the team is in a great playbook, both defensively. Look, you also got the defensive player of the year with Greg Rousseau. It it's tough, man. It's everyone used to complain about the Chiefs and the Cowboys. Well, now it's the Bills in Madden 25. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy, Madden. All right, so we don't have much to do in the player resigning. We are going to accept the option on Cam Ward. Yeah, I don't know if this is the right decision. I know if you watch C4, he always denies the option so he can get ahead of the contract. But yeah, we're going to accept this option and keep him on his rookie deal. And then as far as resigning him again, I don't know. He's not developing fast enough. So we'll see. We'll see. Well, this is hell of a role in free agency. Jahmyr Gibbs, 99 overall X Factor, makes it into free agency along with Jalen Carter, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. There's a bunch of other Eagles in here. I mean, they're losing Quinyon and Cooper DeJean and Josh Sweat and Nolan Smith and Milton Williams. They couldn't resign anybody. So there's going to be quite the shift in in power here. I mean, our division opponent is losing everybody. I do have big interest in Dominic Pooney, I guess is how you say his name. Scheme fit 89 overall. That can greatly improve our offensive line, and we can move Godkey over to right tackle and get some running going. I mean, I'm gonna look into what we can do here as far as, I mean, do we just jump the line here and bring him Jahmyr Gibbs? 94 speed, acceleration, and agility. He's not the greatest at weight and strength, so I don't know what I want to do there. Tyrone Tracy made it back into the free agency pool. That's funny. Yeah, I want to look at some contracts going forward, but what do we do with Jalen Carter? I would love to bring in Jalen Carter into this defense. That would just be insane. Insane. We'll have to see what other guys are going forward. Well, if you wanted Jahmyr Gibbs, you're looking at 5 years, $110 million, and I want to show you who you're competing with: the Bills and the Raiders. Yeah, we're at the top of the list right there, though. That's crazy. Let's move on from him and take a look at what Jalen Carter's fetching. Yeah, that's a pretty penny right there. 3 years, $90 million. I would give him more years than that, and you're gonna have to give him more than that to be at the top of the list. So, some decisions to make. You got some decisions to make. What would you do? Tell me right now. I mean, and we just paid our corners, and who knew that Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean were going to be there? All right, so forgot that we need to bring people in scheme. So Gibbs, Carter, Carter's in scheme, but Gibbs can't even consider. He's not in scheme. So I love to bring in Jalen Carter, but we just re-signed Dexter Lawrence, and we got Tyliak Williams coming up for a new contract soon. We don't need Quinyon, but it would be nice to have him. And Dominic Pooney, I could use him, could not. It doesn't help us that much. Love Cooper DeJean. Got to bring in my boy, my exciting white, but he's not in scheme. And yeah, so we're going for backup depth. Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, all backup guys. Mason Smith, and we're thinking about saving Debo's career. We're going to bring him in as a running back here. Be our receiving back if we can do that. So we'll see what we get in our next role. Looking at the mock draft, you got a lot of corners and tackles going in the first round. I think wide receiver is a big strong point to this draft as well. Of course, always when you can, you got to get a D tackle or a defensive end, outside linebacker that can rush the pass rusher. Those are always premium in the first round. And when you get down to our pick here at the 21st pick, they have us taking Gerard Simpson. Gerard, I guess that's how you say his name. Gerard Simpson, power left tackle. And Andrew Thomas is coming up for a new contract. So this could be someone we're in on, especially if we want to move him to right tackle to start the season. We also need another free safety, and we got a hybrid guy go right here. So one of these guys are probably going to be our first round pick, and we'll address the other position in the second round for sure. So there you go. Yeah, we gotta start adding to this offensive line, and we'll continue adding to it. We've added to it the last 2 drafts for sure. So we need safety and we need offensive line. Well, looking at the free agency recap, we have a heck of a team we put in as our backups. Milton Williams, Josh Sweat. We brought in Debo Samuel. That's my fool. We brought in Debo Samuels to play our receiving back, resurrect his career a little bit as he's now an older player. Mason Smith, we're already getting offers for, and Jimmy Williams we're bringing back. So, didn't go after the big names, just brought in really nice backups. I mean, guys that really could be starting in the NFL. All right, well, welcome to the 2028 draft. And we are sitting here at the 21st pick. We're picking in, we just pick at this position. We're in the early 20s. We're stuck in that point right there. We're a playoff team, but we're just a fringe playoff team. It took Simpson, the left tackle, who we were projected to take a pick before us. But it's all right. We weren't going to take him anyway because we need a safety. And we got one here. We got our pick of the litter here. But I'm looking at this man right here, George McAllister. He's a first-round grade. Got a bunch of other good picks. I like Justin Walden, but he's 22, and he's a round 1 through 2 talent, so he's probably a little bit lighter on the overall. And yeah, I want the round 1 talent, and George McAllister is that guy. B hit power, A man coverage, C tackle, C zone coverage. He's a hybrid in scheme, safety. The Jags and the Cowboys and the Chiefs won him, but I'm sorry. Number 10 in true value. We draft him at 21. He's a hidden development, 90 speed, 88 acceleration, 90 agility, 91 agility, 88 change of direction, 83 jumping, and 73 strength. George McAllister, welcome to the Giants. In our new starting left, in our new starting free safety? Question mark. All right, well, we're here at pick 21 in the second round, and all the offensive linemen that I wanted to get are gone, but the safeties are still on board. And it's just our pick of a litter. Do we want the lighter, faster guy? 4.47, but only a 13 bench? Or do we want Daquan Barksdale, bigger, slower, but stronger? Check the pro day. I think I'm going to go with the bigger guy. Push comes to shove, we could always move him to safety maybe, or he'll be our box safety down, our sub linebacker in the future. So he's also a year older. But he fits our scheme. I'm going to go with this man. It's not rocket science. Plus, he has better letter grades. All right, number 37 in true value. We got him at 53. 88 speed, 92 acceleration, 71 strength, and he's hidden development. There's no way that other safety was any faster than him, even despite running a faster 40. Who cares if he was 90 speed? 91 speed. This is just as good, and I'm very happy with the solid selection of safeties we have. Always like having 3 or 4 good safeties, and we doubled up on the position of need. Now we just gotta try and find some kind of offensive lineman later in this draft. All right, so we're at our second round pick 32. I didn't realize that the pick that we got from the Bills led to them winning the Super Bowl in back-to-back years, which was the Dameon Pierce pick. So yikes. We kind of have our pick of the litter here, and we got Ty DuBois, who's on the board here, pass coverage guy, looking okay. I kind of like Abdul Harrison a little bit better, just as fast. He's got a lot of goods. He's great jumping and lead speed, and I think this guy could be a really nice depth piece. I really think he could be a nice depth piece or a starter going forward. Number 71 in true value. We drafted him at 64, so not far off where he should have been drafted. But the great thing here is 90 speed and 89 in acceleration with 77 strength. Pass coverage, in scheme, and this man could play safety or he could play middle linebacker. And if we saw anything from one of the first years with the middle linebacker, Mondon Jr., having speed at that middle linebacker too really leads to what I think is good sack numbers. So this guy could progress rather quickly. 21 in the 4th round, and there's a man that's almost 400 pounds in this draft, and I'm not gonna pass up on him. He should develop into a freak. One of the strongest guys if you go by the college pro day. Number 173 in true value. We got him at 117. No development trait, only 94 strength, but 80 accelerations, 64 speed. This guy hopefully can develop into someone that might be a starter for us, at least a really good backup. Draft recap. George McAllister is a 76 overall, hidden development. Spoiler alert, he's a star dev. And then Daquan Barksdale, 74 overall. He is also a star development, hidden development man there. And then Abdul Harrison, regular development, 72 overall. But I like his speed and his acceleration and his strength. Can we get sack numbers out of him? I definitely think I'm going to put him right in that middle linebacker 2 spot. Keenan Dobbins, regular development, 67 overall. He's in scheme, and he should develop nicely. 21 years old. Quentin Ferguson. He is a hidden development, star development, rookie tight end, and not as good as I thought he was going to be. Way less on the speed, but I guess I'll develop into a nice backup maybe. I don't know. We'll see what we're going to do with him. And then Roberto Delgado, 64 overall, star, or I mean, not even a star. Regular development, not good, guys. Not feeling that one. Looking at who got the best player in the draft, DeMarcus Evans went number 1. Albertson went pick 31. A lot of good players there. Darren Childs, power back, 23 years old. Yeah, we were looking at him. Ryan Teague. I almost went and picked this guy, but I forget who I took instead because I did the draft this morning. But he was 23, and that's why I didn't take him. Dwayne Westbrook. Some good picks there. Let's look round by round. Of course, DeMarcus Evans wins round 1. And we're in the top 10. Not saying too much. Mark, I don't know. I'm just got home from work. I'm like trying to read these names. Presley, pick 6 in the 2nd round. A bunch of 76 overalls. There's a player that we needed right there. And of course, Ryan Teague, 76 overall safety in the 3rd round. Clark Olson, definitely was looking at him too. Tony Akins, another player we were looking at. Power back, looking like a good player there. There's some of the linemen I needed that didn't fall to where I wanted to get to. Although I wasn't going to take Evan Brown. I wasn't taking a pass protector. George Hillhouse. That's an interesting name. Another power back. 74 overall. Luke Hamilton. Bills just get better players. They just keep getting players. That's how they roll. Left end, Glenn Trainer. Not as good as you would think. But Darren Childs, 78 overall in the 6th round. It's crazy. John Spencer, fullback, best player in the 7th. So there you go. That is the draft, and let's get to the regular season. All right, so it's time to move on from Spruce. We're giving up Spruce and a 5th this coming draft for a 2nd and a 4th from the Bengals, who again have no running back. So we're gonna help them out, and we're gonna help ourselves out in the future. I was hoping we get more, but Spruce's morale boost and coaching boost do not count towards his overall, so he's a little bit less of a player in this scenario. All right, it is finally time for week 1 of the 2028 season. We went 3-0 in the preseason. We are 88 across the board. The team is looking rather nice. Let's take a look at the squad. Cam Ward is up to an 80 overall. He's a star dev. Rashard Carter, he is an 89 overall superstar. With, I guess Deebo Samuel already got hurt. That's fun. Well, Deebo Samuel is usually our backup running back, but mainly our 3rd down back. That's what we brought him in to do. You got Malik Neighbors, 99 overall. We got him also in the slot. Tracy Adams and Dave Turner are our outside starting 2 and 3 wide receivers. Mike Harris, he's an 80 overall. The offensive line is looking pretty good. I might move Luke Godke over to Peralta and switch him so that we have a strong side of the offensive line. Only change I might make. Defensively, Felix Smith in the middle, 82 overall. Tyleak Williams, he's a superstar. At defensive end, along with DeMarcus Lawrence, right? 95 overall. X Factor. Drew Phillips, superstar. Tevin Coleman, he's an 82 third corner and slot corner. And then Deontay Banks. You got Tyler Newman. He is our sub linebacker as well, and he has superstar abilities. The rookie McAllister, backing him up. He's already up to an 80, which is awesome. So he will slide into that safety spot when Newman slides down into the box. Then you got Thibodeau. Still no dev increase on him. Mondon Jr. and the rookie Harrison, who is pretty fast, and hopefully we can get some sacks out of him and bring our sack numbers back up over the 50s. Brian Burns, he's an X factor, and then Kevin Winston Jr. moved him over to free safety, and he's backed up by the rookie Barksdale with the 6'6" Eric Gentry as one of our depth pieces. And that's pretty much it. That is the lineup. And let's get this season underway. We will advance together. Home against the Steelers. Pretty tough matchup. Pretty much running and defense strengths against each other. And let's see if we can get it done. We take the L and we get an injury. Let's check out the injury. Roger Peralta out for 3 games. That's a hit right there. Oh, man. Not the start I wanted to see. Let's see what happened in this game. Cam Ward. Well, the first game he ever played, he threw 3 picks. The second opening game of the season, he threw 2 picks, and now he's thrown 1 interception. So hopefully we can get to no interceptions next year, whatever that means. He did rush one in for a touchdown. Rashard Carter can't get in the end zone. This is quite the streak of not being able to score. But he did have 21 attempts for 81 yards. Malik Neighbors, 4 catches for 70 yards and a touchdown. Dave Turner, 5 for 52 and a touchdown. Tracy Adams, 5 for 51. Defensively, Dexter Lawrence as a sack, Kayvon Thibodeau. And there we go. The rookie middle linebacker getting the sack. So I think speed at that middle linebacker 2 spot's pretty important in this scheme. And then Felix Smith with a sack. So, yeah, 5 sacks total. But it's the offense that is not doing so good. So we'll see what's going on here, and we'll see at the halfway point. Hopefully we can fix it. But we're not off to a good start here. We're just past the midway point. We're 9 games in. We have 8 to go. We're a 4-5 team, 89s across the board. One of our better teams we put together. We're first in rush yards. We're 5th in points scored. We're 4th in pass yards against, 2nd in rush yards against, and we have a 4-5 record. We're scoring more than we give up, but we're just not winning games. I feel like we're a better team than our record shows, and we should level off at some point. There's too much talent on this team, and we are struggling right now. Let's look at the stats. Cam Ward, 2,000 yards passing, 19 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He has a QB rating of 103. He doesn't seem like he's the problem. Yards per game, 234.8. Rashard Carter, 696 yards rushing, 4.3 yards a carry, 8 rushing touchdowns, 77 yards a game. Not bad. Receiving, I mean, the big story here is Malik Neighbors. He did miss a game, but good God, man, what? I don't know what's going on here with him. Something iffy's going on there, brother. Sacks, Thibodeau, 8 sacks. Dexter Lawrence, 5. Brian Burns, 4. Tyleak Williams, 4. Interceptions, Tyler Newman, 2. And he missed the game. Tackles for loss, Tyleak Williams. Drew Phillips has 4. Oh. Not bad. Not bad. It's not bad. That's the thing. It's not bad. But we got a good opponent here to get another win, so we get back to 500. Let's look at the contracts. We got some big ones here. $96 million to play with, and we have Malik Neighbors waiting here, and he wants a lot of money. A lot of money. Oh my God. I mean, can he justify that contract? No. Let's give our man Tyleak Williams some bread here. See, 7 years. Right. Brian Burns, what's he gonna want? A shit ton of money. Well, we're losing somebody, and defense is our game. Kevin Winston Jr. He needs to get paid. I don't actually think he might be worth it. That's pretty crazy. Other than that, look at this man was just sitting in free agency. I don't think we could re-sign him. We got some other guys we got to take of. Mondon, I'm a fan. We'll give him 5 years and reevaluate. Hey, okay, my bad. And we're gonna need a new right tackle. Yeah, we got, and I gotta bring the energy up here, man. This is not going so well. So we got some contracts we gotta resign. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do with neighbors. All right, let's advance together and see if we can get back to 500, and then we can go through contracts again. 2-game winning streak. I think this is our first 2-game winning streak of the season. Let's go. Check this one out. Won 3 of our last 4. All right, we're starting to gain momentum. Cam Moore, 296 and 3. Rashard Carter, 80 yards, 4.4 yards a carry, and a rushing touchdown. Malik Neighbors, he wants that contract. 40 million, yo. 40 million. I mean that's some money. That's some money right there. Good game. Let's see what we need to give Tyler Williams. Let's give him 18 mil. Was that like 18 mil a year average? Nice. Good stuff. Five years, 7 mil. All right. So Brian Burns or Malik Neighbors? It's gonna be Malik. Five years, almost $200 million. You gotta be kidding me. Brian Burns. Four years. Oh, he's 30. Give me one, brother. Give me one. We'll do one. Up the years and I'm back. I don't know. Scary. But we're gonna lose Kevin Winston Jr. for the most part, and I think we're pretty good with who we're signing. Yeah, we're gonna lose a lot of our offensive line. We really need to replace offensive linemen for sure. Oh, we have Mike Harris we have to deal with too, but certain guys you can just let go. All right, hopefully we can make a run and get in the playoffs, and do something great. We have finished the season on quite a run. We are 12-5, third in points scored, 10th in pass yards, first in rush yards, first in points against, first in pass yards against, first in rush yards against. We absolutely just completely came together and gelled towards the end of the season. Let's look at our team schedule because we had some big wins. After that loss to the Eagles, it started with a big win against the Cowboys. Smashed the Browns, beat the Bears, division opponent. Got a big win against the Commanders, beat the Cowboys again, beat Baltimore. Vikings sucked, killed them 28-7. Texans 27-7, and we shut out the Seahawks 28-0 in the final game of the season. How about that? Let's look at the stats. Cam Ward goes over 4,000 yards, 34 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Absolutely putting it all together this season. Rashard Carter, almost 300 carries, 1,200 yards rushing, 4.1 yards average, 14 rushing touchdowns. We also got 220 yards out of Deebo Samuel with 4 rushing touchdowns, 3.9 yards a carry. Cam Ward, another 132 yards rushing with 5 rushing touchdowns. Malik Neighbors, 88 catches, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns. Dave Turner, 95 receptions, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Tracy Adams, 64 for 744 and 3. Mike Harris, 60 for 560 and 3. And then Rashard Carter also had almost 200 yards receiving and 2 receiving touchdowns. Defensively, Brian Burns, he wants that new contract. 19 sacks. He absolutely went ham in the second half of the season. Kayvon Thibodeau, 13.5. Tyliak Williams, 11.5. Dexter Lawrence, 9.5. And it's all about those 4 guys. They absolutely killed it this season. No interceptions, but when you're sacking the quarterback, yeah, you're doing really nicely. We'll take a look at how we stacked up against the rest of the league. There's a lot to go over here. I'm so pumped. Joe Burrow, another 4,800 yards passing. He also led the league in touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes right behind him, 45. Rushing, Breece Hall led the league, followed by a yard by Bijan Robinson and then Rashard Carter, the second-year man. And Jonathan Taylor did lead the league in touchdowns, along with Jalen Hurts, who had 17 rushing touchdowns. That's insane. And his backfield mate, Saquon Barkley, had 15. Now, he's regressing, but that is insane right there. Receiving wise, Jamar Chase got his 110. Colston Loveland, the new Jason Kelsey, 110 catches, 1,100 yards, and 13 touchdowns. Puka, he's going to be there. And then Mark Andrews, 100 catches for 1,100 yards and 6 touchdowns. Brandon Ayuk and Christian Watson tied for touchdowns. Christian Watson having a really nice rebuild. Rashee Rice getting it done again in Jacksonville. But, yeah, wow. Look at Colston Loveland. Defensively, Fred Warner led the league in tackles with Devin Lloyd. Nick Bosa, tackles for loss. Brian Burns led the league in sacks at 30 years old. Oh, my God. One way or another, we're keeping that man. We did offer him a 2-year deal, and he didn't take it. So, Travis Hunter getting 5 interceptions. Good for him. Maxwell Harrison, he had 5. Jalen Ramsey had 5. Sauce Gardner had 6. Quite the year. Quite the year. So let's look at the playoff bracket. On the AFC side, you got the Steelers with the number 1 seed, followed by the Colts, Jets, and Raiders. Those guys have been in the playoffs, twice now? Then you got the Patriots, Chargers, and the Jacksonville Jaguars, who made a lot of moves there. The Eagles are the number 1 seed. They lost like everybody on defense. They still are the number 1 seed. Their offense is that good. LA gets the number 2. The Bears are the 3. Falcons are the 4. We're the 5. Good matchup there. Buccaneers are 6, and Dallas is 7. So I think us, Dallas, and the Eagles have pretty much made the playoffs every time. Maybe had a Commanders sneak in there once or twice. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But we got a really good team here. Let's take a look at their squad. Where are they? Falcons. Michael Penix Jr. is up to a 91 overall. Bijan Robinson's 99 overall. Drake London's 93 overall with Rondale Moore and Darnell Mooney. And they got Rashid Shaheed. Okay. And a rookie, Sammy Hyde at 75 overall. Kyle Pitts is 92 overall. All right. Decent over the line so far. 81, 81, 86. Cooper Beebe. Chris Lindstrom. Jonah Williams. They get a half decent O-line. Carl Granderson. Isaiah Foskey. Kenneth Grant. Brandon Trice. Nelson Silver, whoever that is. Wayne Cloud. I would say their defense is kind of poopy. Except for AJ Terrell, he's the man. Can their defense keep up with ours? I'm not sure. I don't know if they're the top end speed. Jesse Bates is a beast for sure, and they picked up Sidney Brown. Okay. Maybe we could take a look at their stats. Why not? Why not? Why not? Michael Penix Jr. did get hurt, but he would have went over 4,000 yards and probably had 44 passing touchdowns. Bijan Robinson, one of the leader in yards. Darnell Mooney led the team in receiving. And defensively, Nelson Silver led them in tackles. All right, well, they don't get a lot of sacks. Oh yeah, we didn't look at where we stood. 62 sacks, baby. There we go, 62 sacks. Unbelievable. All right, well, it's time. It's time we advance together. Can we get our first playoff win? I don't think we got a playoff win last year, did we? I don't even remember at this point. I'm not going back and watch this video. But if we did, it wasn't memorable. I don't think we have won the first round at all. And we're on the road again. Tough matchup. Missing. Fuck, dude. Again, we lose by 2 points. This is unbelievable. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, can we lose any closer of games in the playoffs? 91 overall team. One of the best defenses in the league again. What? What's the matter? I mean, I really thought we were going to win. We were on such a roll. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.